There's a part 2 for my build. Last time I posted one was mod 18. I think it's been a while, but I used to play tank, but I switched to DPS this mod. 'Cause tanking has been a bit boring for me. For Barbarian, I still play my fighter and my OP tank, but Barbarian's my main, so I would like it to be my main still. So, there's two builds I use. One is Strength Con, and the other one is Strength and Dex. But I haven't tried this on Cyril yet. As you can see, I named it. This loadout is called Tom. I use this for Tom. I've been using my Strength Con, so I'll show you this one. So, helmet, I prefer to use this over the Lion's Guard. As a melee, I end up using too much stamina. So, it's a no-brainer to just use this. You could run all around and not lose that 5k power in combat. Then this one, I don't have the 1000 item level yet. You can see my defense is not capped anyway, so if I use the 1000 item level, I'll end up losing defense, so I'll just keep this. Lion's Guard, you could use this one too. You lose defense, you gain way more armor pen crit. But I think this one's better since the 5000 power is up all the time. So let me charge this up real quick. So yeah, that extra 5000 power, it's really helpful if you have it up every single time. Then boots, rusted iron, that 5% damage is really good. And I don't think that incoming healing matters that much, to be honest. Then let's go with the kits for this side of the gear. I have one that gives me HP. Then everything else is power. For the modification, excuse me, Brass Strike, of course, because we don't use Relentless as our main add anymore. It's gonna be Brass Strike. Then these three, not really. Bounding Slab, maybe PvP. I don't know. I don't play PvP. And then for your offhand, always crit sev. There's nothing else we could use here. AP gain maybe, but crit sev is better. Here you could switch it to HP, get more HP. Lose some power, but you don't really need that much. You just need like 500k and should be fine. Then now I use the music box set. I see some people use the Avernus set, but then capping with that is kind of weird. I'm not a big fan of it. Okay. Let me put on some of those. I mean, I'm gonna be missing some stats, pretty sure. Then yeah, combat advantage is too low. You have to put a face spider. Then you have to use the velvet pants. And if I put darks, I'm pretty sure I'll get better stats, but I don't think it's that good, to be honest. I mean, some people use it that cannot DPS me for sure. I'm not even close to one of the best barbarians out there. But I personally prefer Music Box just for that burst damage during artifact phase. Then 2 Swordman's perk, as always. I see some people using Twisting Gold ring, but I don't like that ring, so I'm keeping these two. Then the reason for my shirt and pants, the shirt helps me cap, pants helps me cap too. Another reason is if I use this, I never have 75% stamina. That's one of the biggest problem I have in Serial, so it makes more sense for me to use this. And the other thing is, I don't use personal in Serial, so what's the point of using this and not have my daily up every artifact phase? if I use this and if I use these combo, they both help with AP gain. So with this, when you damage your enemy, you get 1% action points. Then for this one, you have a chance to gain 25 action points. So it's a pretty good combination. Artifacts depends on what you get asked for. Should have most of them, but most of the time you just get asked to use Hallister, Frozen, or Lantern. Sometimes Token, depending on the group. But Frozen might be the best, since you get to use 3 books that way. But you know, depends on what you need. I still have to upgrade my Black Dragon, but I've never had to use it, so. Now with enchantments, gotta use all darks on utility, 1 tenebrous on offense, and everything else radiant. And they're all rank 15, by the way. And then overloads, you have options. If you don't have this, then it's gonna be harder for you to cap. You'll end up losing more power. So then, I don't have the 10k power mount, yes, I'm using 5k. But I would have to use Stalwart to get that 500k HP if I didn't have the overload. But the better option would actually be the 10k power mount, and you'd change Compy into Energon. But we'll get there. So power, still the same thing as Tom. IBS, Frenzy, and Bloodletter. At Will's Relentless Slash for that 5% damage every once in a while, and then Brash Strike. And then Savage Advance and Crescendo. It depends on the day on which one I use. I like Crescendo sometimes because it crits way more than Savage Advance. And then for class feature, Steel Blitz does a lot of damage. Barb Strike, you always want that crit save up. Then all up on feats. Then boons, I'm using crit save and HP. Here, get all HP, get all the power. I got the crit strike and defense. Yeah, I'm still missing some boons, but then get AP, get the AP gain and the crit save. I just need to get finish the campaign for the new Avernus campaign, so I could get this. Then I think my build's pretty much fine. Or I could get 2 more actually for this as well, for the movement speed, but I don't think I have a problem with that. The companions, bonding 15s, and then defense and combat advantage. Of course, empowered and profane. Higher the better for profane, so you wouldn't have to waste your boon on defense. And then armor pen and accuracy. And combat advantage. Everything else is empowered for offense. Now, potent precision should be the one you're using. It's 5% crit save. Then deep crow, unless you're in Raptor, but I'm never in Raptor. Slime instinct for that 8k defense. Compy, if you don't have Compy, you can use Energon, but you should be using 10k power mount if you have that. Then Minstrel, you could change that for Iron Golem for more HP. Then you have to use this to cap your accuracy. So you can see our accuracy is only 81k almost, but if we fully buff up right now, with full buff, so okay, let me remove this and equip it back so we don't have that 20 line guard. Okay, we're at 205k almost. And then everything else is almost capped as well. And then it depends on your artifacts. So let's say you're using Lantern, basically almost capping everything. The Ascian Charm, still capped. So that's why you want to balance your stuff without the main artifact. Then if you put the overload, We're at 508 almost. And then add another 8k to that once we're inside the dungeon, so we'll be at 516. And then don't forget that we get 10k power from the helmet and the arms. So that's how we cap our accuracy. And that's also why we need this. Now mount power, DPS, always swarm. And then for the mount equip stat thing, equip power, you really want to use the 10k power mount here. But as you can see, I don't have it. Or you could be using War Triceratops, which is something I also don't have, since Swarm's my only legendary mount. Stable, Gladiator's Guile for that stamina regen, or you get the movement speed when you have full stamina. And Assassin's Covenant helps with cap. It makes it way easier. As you can see, even if we're losing like 1500 on defense, we're still almost capped, so. And then our crit save buff is 157. And if you have Forger's Box as well, don't forget to use that. And you have a chance to get AP gain or crit save. Those are the only two good ones, to be honest with you. But so now we're at 207 with Forger's Box. Mine's not even mythic yet. And then with the full stack of everything, we are in 222,750. Oh no, okay, there we go. 228,755k power in combat. And then if our Pro-10 precision procs, there we go, 162% crit save, which is still a pretty good amount of damage. So yeah, hopefully that helps. Thank you. Bye.